Hey everybody, Fred McKinnon here with eBusiness Online. Thanks so much for watching. I want to talk today about the risk that you have when you use PPC management software on Amazon that automatically adjusts all your bidding for you based on the algorithms or AI or something like that. Some risks that come when you kind of take that path. But first, just a quick introduction. Again, my name is Fred McKinnon. I own eBusiness Online. I do coaching. I do training like what we're doing here in this video, and have been on Amazon specifically for 20 plus years. So have been around the block a few times and like to talk about things that you can do to scale up your products on Amazon, Walmart marketplace, other third-party marketplaces, as well as your own direct-to-consumer websites like a Shopify site or something like that. All right, so thanks a lot for watching and for following me. I know there's tons of people that put out this type of content, so I'm honored that you're here right now watching this video with me. All right, so let's get into this. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about Amazon PPC ads. And there's all kinds of ways that you can manage your advertising campaigns on Amazon. There's a lot of software providers out there that kind of automate that process for you. And I actually use those in the agency. We own an agency, eBusiness Online. We manage clients, manage accounts for lots of people, and manage a lot of money in advertising spend every month for our clients. But the risk with these types of platforms is simply that you can set them and forget them and it won't work out for you, okay? Because you cannot trust the algorithms. You can't trust them because they don't have the human logic that you need to make good decisions. For example, the tool that we use currently, as of right now, the tool is called Perpetua. And as an agency, we use Perpetua on most of our accounts to manage our PPC. And with Perpetua, when you launch a goal, which is a set of campaigns, you define what is called a target ACOS. Now, if you don't know what ACOS means, that's an acronym, ACOS, stands for Advertising Cost of Sales. And that is a percentage where you take your ad spend divided by the sales that were attributed to the ads, and that becomes your ACOS, all right? So when you're launching a campaign, you might have a specific ACOS target. So let's say if you sell a widget for X amount of dollars, and after all the fees and everything, that you made a 40% margin on that. So ideally, you would want your ACOS to be 40% or lower, and that would mean that even on the sales that you make as a result of the advertising click, you're still profitable on that. Now there's tons and tons of videos we can make and talk about different advertising strategies. Go way more into depth on ACOS, on total ACOS, which we call tacos and things like that. But that's not what this video today. Today, this video assumes that you're already familiar with ACOS and you're maybe experimenting with or considering using any of these PPC platforms that kind of automate your spend for you. So what happens was when you define an ACOS target, let's say 35%, the algorithm is going to work very hard to adjust your bids up or down so that overall it can get that ACOS where it wants to get. But over time, you'll find that the algorithm may reduce the bid on very important keywords for a number of reasons. Maybe just for whatever reason during the last 3 or 4 days, you got a lot of clicks on that keyword that didn't convert to sales. So the algorithm thinks, man, this keyword's not converting and I'm spending a lot of money. I'm not converting to a sale, so I'm going to automatically lower the bid. Okay. In perfect logic, that makes sense. And that's kind of what we want. But if it's a really, really good keyword, that's not always the case. Sometimes a really, really good keyword, you're okay breaking even on that, or maybe even losing a little bit of money on it because maybe it's like a loss leader and you just want to bring more people, or maybe you're trying to rank for that keyword by spending more money on that keyword so that it'll always appear in the search. But overall, when you define a target ACOS like this, what happens is it starts manipulating the bids, and it starts crafting those bids down further and further to try to accomplish the goal that you have. And, before you know it, you've got words that really were good keywords that generated good sales, and now you're not bidding enough on them. You're no longer getting impressions. Because you're not getting impressions, you're not getting clicks. Because you're not getting clicks, you're not getting conversion. So all of a sudden your conversion rate suffers, your CTR or your click-through rate suffers, and as a result your sales overall suffer. So I want to show you what that looks like, because in the same way that these software applications, their algorithm, their AI will lower the bids, in the same way they will increase the bids. So, if there's a bid that is set at $1 per click, and it's just really, people are clicking through there and converting, it's converting well, then the software may want to try to increase that a little bit more so you can get even more exposure on that keyword. And a lot of times, so these software platforms, they don't just lower bids, they also raise bids, but it all has to do with a predefined target, like a target ACOS. So I was working on an account, and there was a product that just over the last few months has just slowly just been dying. Like the sales have fallen off, the sales are falling off, the sales are falling off. And I finally dug into this, like, what's going on with this? And through a combination of our PPC software, in this case Perpetua, and the Helium 10 keyword tracker, I was able to figure out what was going on. So I go into Helium 10 and I start looking up some of these keywords that have always been in our main keyword list for that product. And they're keywords, that generate 100 plus sales a month. Very important keyword, very relevant keyword. And I noticed that my organic ranking isn't great for that keyword anymore. It's fallen significantly. And also I noticed that my sponsored rank for that keyword has fallen off the cliff. So when I see that, I'm like, man, something's going on with this keyword. So, in the world of e-commerce, when people don't want to talk about a specific product, a specific campaign, a specific keyword, for many, many years now, the joke standalone product has been a garlic press, all right? The garlic press. So let's just use the good old-fashioned e-commerce comical fake product, the garlic press, as an example. So let's say that keyword garlic press is obviously very important to my listing, and I want to be bidding aggressively on that. And so I go into Perpetua and I look and I see that keyword, all of a sudden, for whatever reason, that keyword's down to like a 36 cents bid per click, which means I'm not getting any impressions, no exposure at all. So the platform has, for whatever reason, it's determined that it was spending too much on that keyword. It wasn't converting enough, so it lowered it and it lowered it. And it lowered it to a certain threshold where it just was not a meaningful keyword anymore. That's why you have to constantly review these things. So there are two things you can do in situations like this. One, when you start losing sales rank, you should look at your keywords that are vital and important to you. And if you're using automated software for your PPC, you really need to go back manually and review your bids. See what's going on with those and adjust as needed. All of the software typically has overrides where you can say, hey, no, override, I want a fixed bid, or I want to 2x or 3x my bid, that kind of a thing. The second thing is, if you're working in a tool like Perpetua where there are target ACOS assigned to a campaign, what I would encourage you to do is to inflate that ACOS. So let's say that you have it at 35%. And that's kind of a profitable break-even ACOS for you. I would say you need to put that thing like at 50%, your target ACOS. Because what that's going to do, it's going to take the lid off, and it's going to allow the AI, the algorithm, to breathe a little bit. It's going to give a little flexibility on raising those bids. Because when you have such a low ceiling of an ACOS target, the software is just constantly pushing your keyword bids down to try to make sure that it accomplishes your goal of a certain ACOS. But there's a certain point of give and take where that becomes a detriment to your campaign performance. So by lifting that goal, and you go, okay, hey, I really want to target a 35% ACOS, but I'm going to set my campaign goal at a 50% ACOS instead. All of a sudden, the software is going to go, oh man, I really wanted to raise this keyword, garlic press. I really want to raise the bid on it, but if I do, I'm going to exceed the 35% ACOS. So by raising that target up, it's like a breath of fresh air. Oh, okay, I've got permission now to raise the bids. And what you'll find is that those bids will start getting raised and everything, and you'll start getting visibility again, you'll start getting impressions again, you'll start getting click-through rate increase again, as well as conversion rate. Now, there are going to be some keywords that take advantage of that, and now they're hammering, a 50+% ACOS, and those are the ones you have to go back and manually adjust. But I would much rather find the overspenders and adjust them down than to squash the performance goals of my campaign and risk losing good bids on really hero keywords. So like I said, I want to show you what this looks like. This is the product that I was looking at. And this is from Helium 10, and it is the keyword, the BSR, bestseller rank tracker. And you can see, low is good. The low is good. So you can see over, May, it was kind of, in this whole 15,000 to 25,000 range, which isn't very good for this product, right? And it's just up and down here in that area. Finally, when I did the work on the campaign and I raised up the ACOS target, look what happened. This literally, I didn't increase my budget. I didn't do anything like that. All I did was increase my ACOS target to awaken some of those bids that had gotten crushed by the software. And look what happened on my bestseller rank, right? I was way up here at 20, and just overnight, poof, it dropped all the way down to like 12. And then it started working. It started humming, right? And now it's like at 8,000. It climbed up a little bit right there with some tweaks and changes. But what that did is really allowed the software to do what it's supposed to do. Really allowed those bids to come alive. Let me get impressions. I already know this is a great product. It converts, and it converts well when it's getting the visibility that it deserves. But nevertheless, you can't argue with that performance right there. And then the overall ACOS did notch up a little bit. It notched up a little bit, but not excessively. But the sales really notched up. And I tracked the profit and loss on this in Seller Board. And man, the profits took off, right? So yeah, by doing this, now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to find, all right, I gave it permission to spend more, but that's hurting me on this keyword and that keyword. I don't want it. And I'll manually adjust those. I'll say, hey, I'm going to fix that bid to be no more than 85 cents, or I'm going to put a bid multiplier of like 0.5. In other words, I'm going to cut the bid by half, and I can run that for 7 days, 3 days, 24 hours, or unlimited, fixed amount of time. Hope this helps. Again, if you're going in there weekly and you're exporting out spreadsheets and manually doing all your bids, this isn't so relevant. But even at the same time, in an effort to reach a certain ACOS goal, you can really kill the sales and the bestseller rank of your product. So I hope this helps. I always like to end the videos by thanking you for watching and asking you to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to grow this channel here. I want to be a resource for you, a help to you. I'm taking real world, everyday scenarios from 20 plus years of being in the e-commerce world, both as a seller with several private label brands of my own, also as an agency helping people just like you to build and scale their marketplace accounts for greater sales. If we can ever help you, drop me a line. You can hit our website at e-businessonline.com. You can drop me an email there. You can book a free 15-minute consultation there. And what I'd love for you to do is subscribe to the channel, set up your notification bell so that you get a notification every time, and then thumbs up this video. If you'll thumbs up this video, it tells YouTube and anyone else that, hey, this was good content, and it just shows that you're getting engaged with us. Leave a comment. Let me know if it helped. All right, thanks a lot.